Hi everyone, Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. So today I am using that gorgeous Bow Bunny stamp that came in the kits, the I Heart Stars, and I've got my Versamarks and my white embossing powder. So my Versamarks is my embossing glue, and then my embossing powder is from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to do some of these gorgeous hearts around the page in kind of a gradually getting more spread out effect. So they're going to be really tight around where the envelope's going to go, and then they're going to sort of spread off as we go. And I'm going to use both stamps for this, this little square one, and then also the the floating away one, however you want to call the two of them. But I am going to skip forward because I'm not going to show you the whole process because that's going to take quite a while. The envelope I am using now is just a rough one, like a rough copy. It was just to give me a basic size that I could work with. So I'm going to make my envelope out of this paper using my We Are Memory Keepers all-in-one tool. But I messed up. So the practice paper I used was, of course, 6x6 because that's what size paper pads come in. But for some ridiculous reason, I had a brain fart and I cut my paper 5x5. And amazingly, the envelope still worked. But anyway, so I've made the envelope and it's beautiful and I didn't want to waste it and I didn't want to start again. But incorrect size, but I'm gonna make it work. I kind of wanted it bigger because it's sort of, you could see that it was an envelope a bit more. Now I just end up covering so much of it you can barely even tell that it's an envelope. But anyway, if you do something similar to this, make your envelope bigger is my advice. So yeah, just having a play around here. I am using quite a few of the exclusive cut apart sheet, getting the florals cut out here for this one because they're gorgeous, and I feel that this is such a lovey-dovey page that I can use quite a lot of florals on this one. The messy hearts underneath my bear didn't quite work the way I wanted them to. There's sort of too many layers on top of each other, but because the bear goes on top of it, it's not too bad. Also, right at the end of the video, when I share the photos, I've actually come back and added a few more hearts along the bottom and down the left and right hand side of the embossing hearts. I just felt looking back on it later that it was a really harsh kind of looking square or rectangle. It was a very straight line of heart and a straight bottom row that I really didn't like. So I did add a little bit more off camera, literally after I finished everything else. So it looks better, but it was really difficult to add those in. I made a little bit of a mess, but you'll see in the close-ups. So yes, I cut out a whole bunch of flowers and I'm just gluing those on with my white glue. I'm not really sticking too many up. I'm just sort of loosely adhering them so that some bits can be sort of on top and some bits can be underneath. I felt like there's like no base to my clusters. So I've got one of these gorgeous big rings and I am cutting it in half and popping it underneath to sort of anchor those two little areas. Because I just really felt that they hadn't been, that those clusters hadn't been, based at all. And they were feeling a bit empty, I suppose. So just popping those on. I love that word sheet. Was it Jen Hatfield as well? I'm not sure, but the one with all the words, the grandma, grandpa, stay home, hooray, celebrate, like all of that. The minute I saw that, I knew I was going to be fussy cutting the words out to add those kind of like tiny words to my layouts. And so, of course, I had to use the grandpa one because that's what this is all about. You'll see that I added my title. Sorry, didn't mention that. I just called this the look of love because I just love the way Jack and Tom are staring up at Grandpa and Grandpa's looking back at them. They're just, everyone's in their happy place just right now. I really wanted to add this love you, but it's bright pink, which I don't care about the colour being pink. What I care about is it's the only pink on my whole entire layout. So I had to try and anchor it with that green sort of slide-in tag thing because it was just standing out like a sore thumb. If I had some other pink, that would be a little bit better, but it's all good. We make it work. So I'm popping on the Heidi Shine, and I think at this point that I'm finished, but I'm not super thrilled with the final outcome. So I come back in and do a doodly border, and that definitely helps. That really lifts up, cuts the green a little bit. The green's a bit too harsh. And then, as I mentioned, if you have a look at my close-ups, I've actually added a little bit more embossing as well, and I think that helps too because it kind of just softens the harshness of those sides and the embossedness of it. So I'm happy with this now. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I will catch you next time. Bye everyone. Have a great day. Happy scrapping.